Biz my gamers, welcome to another installment of Keyboards and Consoles. My name's Nikolai, and for those of you who don't know, I review underrated or unknown games you may not have heard of. Today I'm going to talk to you all about city building and management. The game I'm talking about today is Tropico 6. The latest installment to the series was released in March of 2019 and developed by Limbic Entertainment. Tropico 6 is an extremely entertaining game all about city management. You play as the president, known as El Presidente, of a small developing island nation in the Caribbean. Your goal is to help your Banana Republic thrive. As with your common city management game, your goal is to help your island thrive and keep your citizens happy. You control just about every aspect of your island, from where to place buildings, to individual policy you enact on your citizens. You can also choose just how much you'd wish to pay people at individual workplaces and even establish trade lines with other nations to increase your own capital or input goods you may be lacking. Now keep in mind that this game, while being satirical, fun, and just all around silly, is surrounded by a thick layer of management beyond keeping the city running and production at an optimal efficiency. The most complex aspect is keeping your people happy. In order to do so, they need food, healthcare, entertainment, security, and just other basic needs. You not only need to keep the people happy by fulfilling basic needs, but also through policy and economics. Now, the politics of this game is by far the most entertaining aspect. Every so often, you will be asked to make a choice revolving around how your city is to be governed. Oftentimes, these choices will have a negative effect on one group or another. Keep in mind that every citizen is aligned with one faction or another, and prioritizing one group over the other can have dire consequences. For example, too many choices in favor of the industrialists and too few in line with the commies will make the commies very unhappy. This can, and probably will, lead to a revolution, and I'm sure the last thing you want is to end up like the Tsars. As you play the game, it will eventually become more and more difficult to perform the juggling act that is keeping people of different political ideologies happy. There really is no best way to deal with this other than trying to keep the majority of your population happy in order to prevent a large-scale revolution or even a military coup. The less interesting side of the management system is the economics. Taking care of your economic situation is important, but is not as enjoyable as sending political dissidents to the gulag. In the economic side of things, you will need to make sure you get the most bang for your buck in trades, as well as making sure you have enough industry, enough service buildings, as well as making sure your wages are balanced. Economics can get complex and at the same time frustrating because you don't actually know what the problem may be once your treasury tanks, and then you're suddenly thrown into a 1930s style depression. The final main aspect of the game is keeping your population's needs fulfilled. This can be done by building specific buildings, enacting certain policy, or just by simply keeping your people happy by fulfilling your campaign promises, just as every politician does. Overall, Tropico 6 is an outstanding game. There are a multitude of different ways to play, and many different outcomes. Do you want to make a communist utopia? Do you want to rule with an iron fist in a military security state of the likes that even Orwell would blush? Do you want to take a more laissez-faire stance and more or less let your people run autonomously? You can take any of those routes and so many more. The game offers a completely customizable sandbox mode in which you can set a pre-made island to live on, or generate a completely random one, or play through the story mode. If you're a new player, I would highly recommend playing the story mode, as it more or less acts as an introduction to the various aspects of the game through 15 entertaining and interesting missions. At times, the game can become a bit drawn out though, through periods of waiting for something to happen beyond micromanaging your people, or just waiting for a new building to be erected. The complexity of the game can also be a bit of a turnoff for some people. The political side is rather straightforward, but the economics, that is a beast of its own, which can be annoying, frustrating, and just kind of lame all around. Troubleshooting may also be a bit difficult, as you may often be unaware of what your leading issues may be, which could then tank your entire playthrough and more or less ruin your fun. Tropico 6 is available on Windows, Mac OS, Linux, Steam, PlayStation, Xbox, and even the Switch. The game is available for roughly $40 to $50. Yes, I know this may be quite a bit of money, but the content is there and well worth the price. There are also multiple DLC packs available which offer new quests, buildings, and plenty of other cool new aspects added in. Tropico 6 also has a multiplayer mode which sees you and up to 3 other friends on the same island. You can choose to work together or just go to war with each other. Tropico 6 is a well-deserved tropical vacation which I recommend if you're a fan of city management games like City Skylines. So what do you think? Do you have what it takes to lead your island to the world stage? Will you get the game? If you already have it, do you enjoy it? Either way, let me know by tweeting me at ZTV Goofing Off using the hashtag keyboards and consoles. My name's Nikolai, and as always, thanks for watching.